Hello everybody, this is Justin from KQS, and this week I will be reviewing Resident Evil 6. Zombies are back, but as a new strain called the C virus, and they also create new creatures called Chihuahua. It takes place over a timeline of 6 months. Leon is having deja vu, Sherry from RE2 is babysitting Wesker Jr., Chris is a drunk and is having a bad bromance, and China's air quality is about to get a whole lot worse. So what you gotta do is stop Neo Umbrella by doing some wrestling moves on zombies, punch a mutated guy in the face multiple times, play Call of Duty, ride a panda, play catch, and use a zombie as a lightning rod. That's Resident Evil 6 for you. The graphics are very good, a big step up from Resident Evil 5. Though the game, especially Leon's side, has an extremely dark atmosphere to it. Even with the brightness all the way up, it can still be hard to see. Character models and cutscenes look very great, even if the thumbs up animation looks pretty silly. Your music is very great to listen to. It does a great job of adding to the horror or action. RE6 is a huge change. No longer are you limited to clunky tank controls. You can move and shoot freely like any third-person shooter. Just because you're more mobile does not mean that zombies still can't get to you. They will actually jump at you and can carry weapons. They're much more deadly than the old Raccoon City zombies. Resident Evil 6 has 3 campaigns and an extra campaign once the story is finished. Leon is all about the zombies, Chris is all about action and punching Chihuahua in the face, and Jake has the most diversity of them all. Jake does have a lot of action, but he also has stealth elements and driving parts as well. Though his advanced melee attacks makes him the most fun to use. So there is a good deal of variety, and each chapter can be beat in an hour, 2 at tops if you're exploring, which is like 20 hours plus, so it's a longer game than most modern games. A really cool thing is if you turn on online co-op, not only can you play with a friend, but you can intertwine between other people's campaigns, in which it can be you and 3 other players, which is cool to help out other people's games. One minor thing is that each character's campaign aren't exactly in chronological order. To understand what's going on in Leon's campaign, you have to play Chris and Jake's for the first 2 chapters. It's not exactly necessary, but if you're here for the story, I suggest playing it in order. One thing they did, which is a little Call of Duty-ish, is that you can pick your own perks to power up your character towards your own playstyle. With all the skills available, you can only pick 3, and after the game is done and the skill point farming for infinite ammo begins, you have to use your infinite ammo as an actual slot. So for example, if you unlock unlimited ammo for shotguns, magnums, and assault rifles, if you equip them all, you literally have no slots to use on other things like upping your melee and such. It kinda makes me miss the RE5 style of unlocking unlimited ammo. The item management isn't terrible, but once you're at the end of the game and you have all the weapons, which is nice, but those weapons take up precious item slots, and most of the time you will actually have to manage your ammo and herbs carefully, because you might actually reach a point where you have full inventory and you will have to get rid of some ammo to mix your herbs, which I did quite a bit, and is kind of annoying. Sadly, this game is really low on unlockables. Once you beat the game's 4 campaigns, you'll unlock mercenaries and the ability to purchase unlimited ammo, which now is a low amount of skill points, especially when there are already skill point farming videos, which I used to get 15 to 18,000 points in like 11 to 15 minutes. And honestly, these serpent emblems are really lame. In RE5, the BSAA emblems would unlock costumes and I think a few figures to buy. It's been a while since I've played RE5, but it did unlock a lot more stuff. In RE6, all they unlock is notes, character bios, just text. Stuff you would usually find in the other Resident Evil games just lying around the levels. Resident Evil 6 has been getting a lot of bad reviews lately. They say it doesn't feel like an RE game, that all 3 campaigns have no direction because each one is very different. that it's no longer about survival horror. Okay, yeah, it has a lot more action, but the campaigns give variety, and Resident Evil needs a modern way to play. Yeah, I can understand that it's a lot more action than survival, but honestly, this game is fun, and it's because of the great co-op. I mean, there's nothing like seeing your friend fail and get run over by a tank, hitting a car at 5 miles per hour and blowing up your motorcycle, fearing the four-legged Jawavo at first, and then all of a sudden your friend finds out you can just knee it in the face, and farming for skill points and using the moves that paid for Helena's college education. Resident Evil 6 has very endless moments of co-op hilarity, not to mention the game is like 5 hours for each one, and 4 campaigns to choose from. So you will be playing this a lot more than the average game these days. And for that, I would totally recommend it. Okay, that's the end of the review. Hope you all enjoyed it. Just give me a thumbs up and subscribe for more reviews and randomness. This is Justin from KQS, and until we meet again, comrades.